After 3 failed channels in the past, I started branding with K. And you monetized me in 21 days. Not 2 months, not 6 months, in 21 days.
This is not a video on how to hack the algorithm.
This is an only line you need to learn from my mistakes, grow your channel fast, and create original content that YouTube recognizes as quality stuff and gets it pushed. But first of all, thank you. Making content was a dream of mine for a long time, and you made this journey a little more sustainable for me.
And for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Kay and I have a degree in media and marketing. This is my channel where I talk about marketing, branding, and the creator economy.
After I got that Welcome to the Partner Program email the other day, I had a strong feeling that I wanted to share how I did it so fast so other small channels don't give up on themselves. This was not my first attempt at YouTube, and I did numerous mistakes in the last couple of years that eventually made me delete all my channels. I believe you can relate with me if you're a small creator yourself. My approach and everything I talk about in this video with examples, practical tips, and advice is a part of my first free ebook called Monetize from Zero. Yay! The guide is available in the description for free. Sign up for my monthly newsletter and you'll get it in the shortest time possible. I know you too have been watching the YouTube gurus for a long time and probably tried many different strategies that in the end all boil down to be consistent. Like, well done, Sherlock. Some say you should use shorts to bring your traffic to long-form content. Some of them say YouTube promotes authentic content, and others tell you should have Mr. Beast type of editing skills. I admit all of that made me very confused too, until I realized the truth. There is no universal strategy for every channel, but there are universal principles of YouTube, and 99% of creators still don't understand them. I learned them the hard way, decided to follow them on this channel, and it got me to 14,000 subs, a good retention, and all that in just a month without making shorts. There are 5 of them, and those are mindset, niche, skills, content, and growth. Each of those steps has rules you need to follow if you want to make content people will watch, buy, or relate to. Starting with mindset. The biggest mistake that made me fail YouTube in the past, and why most beginners fail, is not shifting from the creative to the creator mindset. You need creator mindset if you want to succeed in any type of artistic or social media job. Let me explain the difference. Creative person is driven only by creativity. Those are people who want to become YouTubers because they want a creative outlet, or they're not inspired in their daily job. They want freedom and flexibility of a creative life or a side income, but don't have a clear vision of their project. And that's okay, I've been there too. However, if you don't shift, you'll inevitably become burned out and demotivated. Creators' drive, on the other hand, is a vision. Creator could fail many times, but by the time they actually succeed, they have a clear path in their head. The biggest creator in the world, Mr. Beast, had this vision in mind for decades.
So I go to college, it's community college. It's not that expensive, whatever. And I just couldn't stand it, man. It made me just so depressed. I hate it. I hate stuff. I just want to be a YouTuber. That's it.
Creative person also lives the illusion that creating content and being a YouTuber is something only freeing and fun. Creator, on the other hand, realizes there is also a lot of boredom included in it. And that to create a content consistently, you need to have a tremendous amount of discipline and basically go full-time in it, not knowing if you're gonna see results or not. That gamble you need to take is often something that sets back YouTubers in early stage because people either can't afford it to go all in, or they're just afraid to do so. Last, a true creator knows when to sacrifice passion for performance. Not every niche or every video is profitable equally. You'll sometimes need to make something that you don't truly enjoy just to boost yourself to that level where you can reach more people and eventually have the smaller group of viewers who will gladly watch your passion projects. Once you get this mindset of creating versus creator, every next fail you make will be just a temporary setback, not giving up. Next up, niche. There's a lot said about choosing your niche on YouTube. Most of marketing and YouTube experts agree that your niche should be something really specific because if you're for everyone, you're for no one. And that's true. But again, most of you creators don't know how to define their niche. A common misconception is that defining your niche means that you should only choose something ultra specific or post on YouTube about one topic in general. In my view, that's not the case. So if you're, let's say, into makeup, that doesn't mean you have to do only makeup routines. You can do vlogs or hauls too. On contrary, You can't have a lifestyle channel and then post about 100 different things. What I propose as a good approach is that you don't define your niche by topic, but your bias persona interest. Define the ideal consumer of your content and ask yourself how to solve their problems. For instance, I have a channel about marketing, branding, and how to make it as a small creator. Most people, even myself before, would have said that this isn't a good niche or that's too broad. And from the topic perspective, yeah, it probably is. But when it comes to my regular viewer or my buyer persona, that's probably someone who is either interested in becoming content creator or trying to level up their business, music, or art project. Try to serve your viewer in every way, thinking about their problems and skills, because if you don't, someone else will. Third, skills. When it comes to your skills, after 3 failed channels, I finally realized why you actually need to grow on YouTube fast. And surprise, surprise, you don't need a camera, a microphone, a $5,000 equipment, a studio, not even a face, it seems. What you actually need is to get better in set, storytelling, basic editing, and thumbnails. I'll make a more detailed video on how to improve your content with this principle, but for now remember this. Storytelling. Make it simple. If you write content yourself, a very useful skill that will scale your growth is 3x3 method, meaning writing in 3 phases. Pre-writing is for doing research and making up concepts of the video. Writing is a phase where you should make a first draft of the script, and then revision, which is for adding new ideas, editing, and some finishing details. For editing, you should choose your editing style and be consistent with it. I talk more about defining your visual identity of the channel in a personal branding video, so you could check that out later. Also, good tips to remember are to try bulk editing, meaning you make more videos at the same time, and repurposing your content if you do multiple channels. And the last, thumbnails. As you probably know, I don't have a design background, but I got from this to this in a very short time following these rules. The principle I try to respect is that you can use a maximum of 3 fonts and colors combined. So if you're doing 2 fonts, use 1 color, and if you have 2 colors, use 1 font. Also, highlight important words you want your viewer to notice. And finally, use only visual elements that are relevant for the title and the video. Next up, content. I feel like there is too much emphasis on technicalities in the small creator space on YouTube, in the sense that small channels focus on making just shorts or posting content every single day. And in my view, that is honestly wrong and devalues your work in a way. What you should focus on is a type of content, not its form. On this channel, I'm leading myself by one thought, and that is, viral content gets you noticed, evergreen content keeps you monetized. And what is evergreen content? Those are optimized videos that are searchable and relevant for a long time. So, not defined by a month, a trend, a year, even a social media platform. A good example of this are videos by Simon Squibb, which will probably bring him money for years to come. Temporary relevant content are all the videos about, mood boards for the 2025 or viral global events. They will bring some views and subs, but not for a long time. In my opinion, if you have a vision of your project or planning to make money from YouTube, you should make at least 80% of your content evergreen and 20% should be trending. That's of course just my view, but I've seen a lot of other channels making it in that way. And if you decide to become a YouTuber, you might as well get the bag, right? The last stop and the most important one is growth. The most asked question here is always how to grow on YouTube in 2025. And to answer that, you should know what YouTube loves in general. And that is 1, a good long-form video, and 2, engaged community. And that's logical because long-form videos keep people on the platform longer, meaning watch time is your best friend. A well-structured 8 to 12 minutes video will always outperform short in long term. More engagement and more watch hours means more recommendations from YouTube. The second important thing that brings long-term growth is, of course, community. Growth isn't just about getting views, it's about building a loyal audience. If your retention rate is low, the algorithm won't push your content, no matter how good your topic is. So try to study your audience retention graphs and adjust accordingly. People subscribe when they feel connected to you. Encourage them to comment, like, and share your videos. My strategic tip to make the best out of this would be to study your traffic sources. If your top source is YouTube search, double down on SEO and searchable topics. If recommendations are your top source, focus on high retention content that keeps viewers watching. You can find more about important YouTube metrics in my guide. In the end, I'm going to give you a few practical bonus tips for getting monetized fast and some tips on how to navigate through the YouTube Partner Program. The first tip is to make videos longer than 8 minutes. The first reason for that is to get that 4,000 watch hours of public watch time as soon as possible because you need them for monetization. And the other one is to eventually make more money of them because you can put mid-roll ads on videos longer than 8 minutes. My second tip and my favorite one is to respond to every question or comment. The metric that YouTube really likes are returning viewers. So if you respond to someone, they're more likely to remember you and come back. And really important for YouTube is to study the principles of fair use. You can't monetize someone else's creative work, but you can use it for educational purposes or commentary. In the guide, I'll talk more about YouTube content ID system and how to make videos that won't get flagged. I know it's easy to lose motivation to create, especially when there are so much rules you need to take into consideration in YouTube and skills you need to have in order to grow. But that's why you can find something here that you can't find anywhere else. There is really no place like YouTube in the world, and it would be a shame for you to miss that train if you feel like content creation is something you're meant to do. I wish you the best of luck with your channel.